What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we are diving back into the Kanto Cup for Go Battle League, and we are spicing it up. Earlier this week I showcased a really strong team for you guys that'll be popping up right here. A lot of meta Pokemon that can transcend to Open Great League as well, but today we're spicing it up. We're bringing Wigglytuff, Incinerate Rapidash, and Electrode. If you guys have not seen these Pokemon in action yet, be prepared to be amazed because they're very, very strong. The key Pokemon or the feature Pokemon for this video is going to be that Rapidash with Incinerate. It's a brand new fast move introduced into Go Battle League and Pokemon Go, and it's the longest fast move you guys will ever see. It's a 5-turn move, but it has great damage and great energy gain as well. So we're going to see that. And Electrode on Safe Swap as well with Volt Switch, Foul Play, and Discharge is absolutely deadly. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this team and these battles, and how are you guys' battles going for you. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the video. Alright, getting into the video here. So, man, these battles are a lot of fun. Incinerate is extremely fun, especially if you guys can sneak in a fast move. It's huge. So we have Wigglytuff on the lead versus Dugong. Pretty solid matchup here for us. Reason being, we can charm down and go for a play rough before they can get to 2 Icy Winds. So it's definitely going to be very strong. As you guys can see, Charm is absolutely chunking the Dugong right here. So we almost got it to 50% health before the first Icy Wind comes in. What's great is for this second Icy Wind, we are going to be able to get to the play rough in time. We're basically going to be getting to a CMP tie, and we can win that because we have a higher attack. This is going to be putting a lot of pressure here on the Dugong to shield. If they don't shield, I imagine this would take them out. So they do shield, which is great, and then they're going to be throwing their energy right here. Again, another Icy Wind. We're going to go ahead and let it go because our Electrode can now come in and farm down. Volt Switch is such a hard-hitting fast move that does super effective damage against those water-type Pokemon. We're going to be able to completely farm down. As you guys can see, we have an incredible amount of energy on our Electrode right here, so let's see what they have in the back. They have Hypno. So this automatically tells me that they also have probably a Alolan Marowak in the back, and that is why Electrode is so deadly in this meta. Has access to Foul Play and Discharge. It's going to absolutely shred a lot of Psychic backlines or Ghost backlines that you guys will typically see. Even if they have Alolan Muck, we have Discharge for heavy neutral damage. This is why Electrode is so deadly. We're going to go ahead and go for another Foul Play. Does 50% to Alolan Marowak's health, and with Volt Switch as a fast move, you can gain energy incredibly fast. This is, oh, it's beautiful to see. We're going to go ahead and swap into that Rapidash, and here comes those Incinerates. As you guys can see, the fast move is very, very slow in terms of turns that is allowed for Incinerate, basically. But the energy gain is also fantastic. So basically 3 Incinerates, and we already have a Drill Run. Now we have the double shield right here. Obviously Bone Club, Shadow Ball, Shadow Bone. We don't want to get hit with that. And we're going to be able to get to that Incinerate. We're going to overcharge just a little bit on accident because I overtapped, but that's 5 turns wasted. But that's okay. We're going to get to this Drill Run. It does super effective damage because of the fire typing and take out the Alolan Marowak, and that is going to be a good battle. All right, let's go ahead and move into the next one here. So yeah, Electrode definitely carried that mid game right there. If you can set yourself up to farm down a water, you're going to destroy that backline. So we have Wigglytuff versus Snorlax on the lead. Interesting matchup right here. We're going to look to commit to the farm down. In later battles, what you guys will see is I kind of shy away because I didn't really know at the time, but this is one you guys can learn from. You guys can farm down the Snorlax before it gets to 3 body slams, which is going to be really nice. So we're basically just going to commit to this farm down. Another body slam is coming through. We're not going to shield. We can fire off a charge move on the back end to whatever they have coming in. And we're just going to win this switch advantage by charming down alone. And here we go. So we're going to see what decides to come in. It's going to be an Alolan Muck. So we're going to go ahead and go for that play rough. It's going to do neutral damage because of the dark poison typing. And we'll probably get a shield from this as well. So we do get a shield. And then we're going to go ahead and swap into the Rapidash right here because I don't want them to get ahead, too far ahead on energy. So now we're going to go ahead and shield, and Drill Run, like I said, does super effective damage to the fire type Pokemon, but also does super effective damage to these poison type Pokemon as well. So we're just going to over farm right here. I was able to sneak in an Incinerate right there. That is huge in terms of 5-turn moves. So now we have massive amounts of loaded energy, and we're going to go ahead and go for Drill Run. Now they swap in Alolan Eradicate on the charge move. I really couldn't do anything right there because of the turn, how long the turn is. But we're just basically going to go for 2 Drill Runs. Now I could go for Flame Charge right here. That's definitely more ideal. Made a little mistake right there. Just go for Flame Charge in that situation. It's going to boost your attack. But we really don't need it because we're just going to be able to commit to the farm down, and we already are at another drill run right here. This is going to be getting the shield from the Alolan Muck. Again, does super effective damage, and it can chunk it. I think it's like 60% of its health. So we get a shield. We're going to go ahead and swap into the Electrode after I accidentally pressed the fast move, so I had to wait 5 turns. But that's okay. And when we're, Dark Pulse now coming through. We're okay here. We don't need to shield, or we don't have any shields. Jeez, I'm drinking coffee this morning. Don't worry, guys. And then I go for the foul play. That was just a misclick. I should go for discharge. Obviously, it does neutral damage, but Alolan Muck is extremely low, so it doesn't really matter. And that's going to be a good battle right there. All right, moving into the next one. Let me sip some coffee. We're going to focus up right here. Okay. Let's see how these battles go. So we have Wigglytuff on the lead versus Shadow Machamp. Solid, absolutely solid. This is the kind of lead you want. We see an Alolan Marowak come in. So I got in a little late to the Electrode right here, which means I'm probably actually going to lose this switch advantage. Now I'm going to go ahead and shield right here. Bone Clubs does a decent amount of damage. Obviously super effective because of our electric typing, but what I really want to do is put pressure. And if I'm going to lose this switch advantage right here because I came in too late, I definitely need to get 2 shields away from my opponent. And that's what's great about foul plays. You're going to get those shields from Alolan Marowaks because it just does so much damage. Another charge move coming through. I think it's going to be another Bone Club, so I'm not going to shield. I think I can survive, and sure enough, Bone Club doesn't do too much damage, actually, so that's really good to know. And then we're going to go for another foul play. If they decide to let this go, we win our switch advantage back. If they don't, we're going to get both shields, and I think we'll still be okay endgame, especially with Rapidash having such hard-hitting charge moves. So we're going to go ahead and let this go through. I don't think I can get to another foul play, and I'm okay with basically losing switch advantage because of the damage that Rapidash can put out, and I need that shield. Now, I'm going to bring in the Wigglytuff right here. Not ideal because we do resisted damage, but these Bone Clubs would be doing super effective damage to Rapidash, which means I have to shield. In this situation, a Wigglytuff, I don't have to shield. It's just going to chip a little bit of health, and I can completely farm down right here, which is totally fine. Another charge move coming through. We don't need to shield because of our normal typing. We're going to resist Ghost type moves, and these are just Bone Clubs. So if they were to throw the Shadow Ball, it wouldn't do too much. Now they swap into Machamp, and I'm like, really? I have Play Rough, they're unshielded. This is going to absolutely destroy. We still have Rapidash in the back ready to go, so I'm basically going to swap right away to whatever they have coming in. So we're going to swap into that Rapidash. It's going to be a Alolan Muck right here, which is great. You guys are going to see the damage that Drill Run does. We are going to have to shield right here. I think Alolan Marowak doesn't have any energy, and if it does, it's very, very minimal. So what we need to do is try to over-farm just a bit right here. I do one more Incinerate, and now I'm going to go for Drill Run. Again, this does massive, super effective damage to Alolan Muck and Alolan Marowak. So there we go. We do about 60% of its health. We're going to see Alolan Marowak come back in, and we're going to go for another Drill Run. So a solid endgame sweep right there. Even if my opponent didn't switch right there, I think we would have still been fine with the damage that Rapidash can put out, and that is going to be a good battle. All right. Moving into the next one. Yeah, Rapidash is so much fun, guys. I will say with the Kanto Cup kind of coming to an end, or only has a couple days left, it might be worth saving the dust, but if you guys want to try it out, by all means, try it out. So we have Wigglytuff on the lead versus Dragonair. Another very, very solid matchup. We are going to see a Blastoise now come in, so we're going to get right into that Electrode. Now, I'm hoping to win the race to the charge move, which I do right here, and I'm hoping this is enough to KO. This is why I went for it. Otherwise, in hindsight, knowing right here that it actually doesn't KO, I should look to over-farm because I know I'm going to be shielding this Hydro Cannon right here. So that's a different take on this situation. If you guys come into that Blastoise like this, look to over-farm and then throw the discharge because you want extra energy on the back line. I would have liked to have had a foul play already ready to go against Dragonair that's going to come back in and hopefully get to another one, which is great about having the foul play. It's going to do neutral damage to Dragonair. Being a dragon typing, it will resist the electric type moves, which really helps out with foul play doing that heavy neutral damage right there. Yeah, so it would be more ideal to get to another foul play in this situation to get a shield from my opponent, but I think we're still looking good. It all depends on what they have in the back. So we're going to go ahead and bring in that Wigglytuff charge move now coming through. We don't need to shield right here. It's going to be Aqua Tail or Wrap, and it is going to be the Aqua Tail that just chips away the health. We're anticipating a swap, and they do swap into a Alolan Marowak. So this is where we're going to see what Rapidash is made of right here. We're going to try to sneak in a fast move as best as we can and just keep overloading on energy. They decide to throw a charge move right here. I'm going to go ahead and shield. They built up to a Shadow Ball, and I do not want to get one shot, and it was a Shadow Ball. That is huge for this situation right here. So we're going to go for Drill Runs. Again, super effective damage in the matchup, but they do have 2 shields. We'll have to see if Rapidash can close this out. So we get back-to-back. They snuck in a fast move right there as well, but we get back-to-back drill runs. And now it's going to be a race to the next charge move. And I think we can survive a Bone Club. So they're going to be getting off a Bone Club right here. And we actually got the drill run as well. So if we can hold on, if Rapidash can survive this Bone Club right here, we're looking good. The Bone Club comes in, and we survive with just a little bit of health, and we're able to get off the drill run. So Rapidash right there was able to get both shields and take out the Alolan Marowak, which is incredible to see. We're just going to swap right away into the Wigglytuff to chunk down this Dragonair, and that is going to be a good battle. Well played to my opponent. Could have played that game better and would have definitely been a better win if I utilized Electrode a bit better against that Blastoise, farming more energy before throwing the charge move, right? All right, let's go ahead and get into the next one here. Let's see how this battle goes. I'm loving the play that Electrode and Rapidash have in this meta, and we have another Snorlax. So this is same as the, I believe, second match that I was talking about, or maybe the first, where you guys can charm down before they get to 3. It's going to be very close, but you can do it. This is where I was unsure about if I can actually charm down, so you guys are going to see me throw energy. So we're basically going to be racing right here. They are going to be able to get to another charge move. As you guys can see, we basically do 1/3 of Snorlax health every time they get to a body slam. So you should be able to charm down, but it's going to be close. So this is where I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to make it, so I decide to throw energy right here. We will still get switch advantage, which is big, but we don't get shield advantage on the back end against whatever they decide to bring in, so that's definitely not as optimal. Now they are going to bring in a Hypno. This is fine. We have Electrode right here. Electrode again does super effective damage with that foul play, and it also resists the Thunder Punch that could be coming from the Hypno. Charge move now coming through. I'm going to go ahead and shield. They built up to Shadow Ball, so I got to respect the damage. And it is going to be a Shadow Ball, which is great. We called that correctly. And now we're going to go for back-to-back foul plays. Electrode right here is either going to get both shields from the Hypno or take out the Hypno, both of which is huge for us. So we get 1 shield. We're going to get a second shield right here. Possibly, I don't know, right? But we are going to throw the foul play. We get a second shield. And then we're going to try to build up to that foul play. Now, because I got both shields, I know Rapidash can close against a lot of Pokemon endgame if it has a shield, so I'm going to go ahead and let this one go. And it is going to be a Thunder Punch, which we resist and can survive. And they swap, actually, as I throw the foul play right here. So that's a great swap. They're going to be soaking this on the Alolan Muck, which will resist it, but that's okay. We can bring in that Rapidash, and we know how this goes. Rapidash just absolutely shreds. We're almost at a drill run already. We're going to go ahead and shield this right here. And then we're going to overfarm just a bit. We don't want to get hit with another Dark Pulse. So we're going to overfarm one more and then now go for Drill Run. This is going to be taking it out. Obviously, shields are down. Hypno in the back just threw all of its energy. And all we need to do is 1 fast move right here to get to Incinerate, basically. And that will be taking out the Hypno. So again, Rapidash, 1 shield against this meta can really close out games very, very nicely, especially if you can get that energy quickly or sneak in fast moves. And that's going to be a good battle. All right. Moving into the next one. Let's see how this one goes. So far, having a lot of fun in the Kanto Cup. It's definitely a refreshing meta, especially with no Azumarill. But we have Wigglytuff versus Dugong. Okay, same thing as earlier in the video. You guys know you can build up to that play rough and win the CMP tie. You don't need to shield, and will either win switch advantage or get shield advantage, both of which is positive because you can bring your Electrode in to farm down or bring in the direct counter for whatever they have in the back. So we're going to go ahead and just farm down and then now go for the play rough. Again, CMP tying, but because we have higher attack, we're going to win this CMP tie. Should be getting the shield from the Dugong here, so we do get the shield. That's great. Now they are going to throw their energy, which is fine. We're going to go ahead and let this go, but my opponent does something very, very clever. They undercharge it, so they can get 1 more Ice Shard right there. That's huge in this matchup because Electrode now cannot farm down without them getting to a Icy Wind right here. That changes this whole dynamic on its head. So we're going to go ahead and not shield. It's still going to do a lot of neutral damage, but it chunks us, absolutely chunks us, and our attack is lowered. So what we're going to do is we're going to see a Snorlax now come in. I'm going to go ahead and go for Discharge just to do some chip damage, but in hindsight, I should be saving this energy. We're going to go ahead and swap now into the Rapidash to get ahead on energy, and we are going to see a Hypno now come in. So this is going to be kind of dangerous. We're going to go ahead and go for Flame Charge right away. This does a lot of neutral damage and also boosts our attack, and we need to do as much damage as we can with our Incinerates, and we land the Incinerate right there, or the Flame Charge right there, which is great. And now I'm looking at this like, can I actually farm down? Incinerate is a 5-turn move, and Confusion is chunking us. Can I actually farm down? I'm thinking I can. Now I clicked on Flame Charge right there because I got scared that they're going to be able to get to another charge move, which they did, but thankfully it didn't go through, and we're going to be able to finish off right there. So Rapidash now is locked and loaded. Snorlax only has 1 shield. We're going to go ahead and go for Flame Charge right here, again boosting our attack again. We get the shield, and then we're going to go for another Flame Charge right here for massive neutral damage. And in hindsight, I think I should have gone for Drill Run because Flame Charge is not going to be enough to take it out. We try to swap to Electrode right here to get to that charge move, and we're going to go ahead and lose that CMP tie because we just got the energy. So good battle my opponent, but I definitely think I messed up. I think Drill Run might have done a bit more damage right there, and I threw energy when I shouldn't have against the Snorlax. So let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Okay, let's see how this one goes. We have Wigglytuff on the lead versus Snorlax again. So again, same situation. You guys just want to commit to that farm down, but let's see what happens this time. So we're going to go ahead and just start charming away. Snorlax is definitely a common Pokemon you guys are going to see, especially since it's like #1 ranked on PvPoke rankings currently for the Kanto Cup, and that's because of its fantastic coverage on the meta. So Body Slam comes through. We don't need to shield it. We know that. They swap now into their own Wigglytuff. So what we're going to do is go for the Play Rough right here. I want to give myself shield advantage if I can, or just completely flip this matchup on its head, and we get the shield. So now we're going to go ahead and go into that Rapidash. Now this is going to be a great opportunity to see how much damage Charm does because it is resisted, and it does a lot, but thankfully we're able to get to Incinerate right here. This could get the second shield, or we're going to flip the matchup, and we do get the second shield. So now we're going to have to shield ourselves. Obviously we're boosted. They have 0 shields left. We're going to look to see if we can commit to the farm down right here. I'm hoping Incinerate does enough damage, but just look at how much damage Charm is doing to us as well. I'm going to have to pull the trigger here on Drill Run, which is going to be a little bit less energy than Flame Charge, which is why I'm going for it, because they're unshielded. I need to take out this Wigglytuff and save a shield. Now, we need to try to get to a Drill Run right here versus the Snorlax coming in, but we can't get to it in time. Sadly, we did have it right there, though. Snorlax has loaded energy. We're going to go ahead and force them to use it here on the Wigglytuff. So they are going to throw the Body Slam. We're going to look to close this game with Electrode. Electrode with energy and a shield, again, can destroy this meta that we see in the Kanto Cup. So we're going to go ahead and start loading on energy. They are going to throw another charge move right here. I'm going to go ahead and shield. Got to respect the fact that this could be a superpower, but it's just going to be a Body Slam, which is fine. We're just going to keep farming down, and I think we're going to be able to destroy whatever in the back, and it's going to be a Shadow Machamp. We already have 2 discharges ready to go, and they're unshielded, so this is very, very solid for us. Again, Electrode closing matches with energy against the meta, because you guys are going to see a lot of Psychics or a lot of Ghosts, so that Foul Play really helps out, or you guys are going to see Waters or something that takes neutral from discharge, and that is going to be a good battle. Was that the last one? We'll see. Yes, it was the last one. We got it right today. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Rapidash and Electrode are fantastic. They're so much fun, and they are so spicy. They really refresh the meta, and because we see so many Alolan Marowaks, Alolan Mucks, Hypnos, Lapras, Dugong, these Pokemon have a lot of play with that because of their ability to do hard-hitting, super effective, or neutral damage across that meta that we see. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this team and these battles, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.